everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and review as well as a demonstration on two of Laneige's products. I'm going to be showing you the BB cushion as well as the cushion concealer. So Laneige is an Asian skincare line, and I was really excited to try out some of their cosmetics. I always enjoy trying out BB products or skincare products and makeup products from Asian skincare lines because they take really good quality in the ingredients that they put in their products, since they do everything on a more skincare based level. So the first product that I tried out is the Laneige BB cushion. So this is the Laneige BB cushion, and this has an SPF of 50+. It is a broad spectrum sunscreen, and this has an inclusive 5-in-1 cushion form technology. So this BB cushion is going to protect, cover, hydrate, soothe, and brighten the skin, and it is for all skin types. One thing that really stands out to me about this BB product is that it has the 50+ broad spectrum SPF. Now most BB creams, CC creams, tinted moisturizers are going to have a good SPF to them because that is one of the main purposes of a good BB CC tinted moisturizer product. But I love that this one's broad spectrum, and I love that it's both a physical and a chemical sunscreen. Now the importance of having both a physical and a chemical SPF means it's going to last longer on your skin. Now with a physical and a chemical SPF, your sunscreen's not only going to absorb that rays, but it's also going to reflect the sun's rays, so your skin's going to be extra protected. The next product is the Laneige Cushion Concealer, and this is a broad spectrum of SPF 30+, and it's for all skin types. So this is a makeup and a skincare in one. It's long-lasting, flawless coverage. It has instant hydration. It's going to brighten dark spots and blemishes and protect the skin from the harmful UV rays. This has a cushion tip for perfect streak-free application, and it's best applied with, of course, the BB cushion. I love that this product has a SPF of 30+ because I do plan on using it on my eye area, and the eye skin is very, very thin and very delicate, so you want to make sure you protect that area. And your eyes are the first area on the skin to first start showing the signs of aging, so making sure that you're using a good SPF in that area is super important. So the Laneige BB cushion comes in a package like this, and you open it up, and it comes with two items. The first thing it comes with is the product itself, and then the second thing that it comes with is a refill package where you can reinstall the product when the one that comes in here dries out. This is what the packaging for the Laneige Cushion Concealer looks like, and then inside it's in that sleek white tube, and this is a clicky pen applicator, and what I think is super cool is that down at the bottom there's a little window where you can see how much of the product you have left. So I do have both of these products on all over my skin. This is the only complexion products that I have on other than a translucent setting powder. And the setting powder that I used is the NYX HD Finishing Powder. Like I said, it's translucent, so it didn't add anything to the makeup. It just set it right in the center of my face to make sure that my makeup doesn't settle into my expression lines and to prolong the wear of the makeup. So when you open up your compact, it looks like this. You get your mirror, and then you get your little puff in here, and you lift the cap and you get the product. So when you first receive your product, it will be sealed like this. So you just want to grab a hold of the plastic and pull it right off to reveal your fresh BB cushion. And then this is what your product will look like. So this product feels so weird. It's like very like spongy and cushiony. And when I first looked at this, I was like, this is really, really dark. I don't think that's gonna match me, but that's not like the color that comes off. Like the color that I'm getting on my finger is a lot lighter than what it looks like in here. And when you press down in that sponge, it's like really moist. It's much more like a liquid product. I thought it was gonna be more like creamy or more like powdery, but it's totally like a liquid. So that's interesting. So this is the little puff that comes with it. It has your little strap if you wanted to like put your fingers in it. But on this side, it's navy, and it's really, really smooth. Like it's super soft. It feels more like velvety or almost like a suede texture. So that's very interesting. It doesn't feel anything like a beauty blender or like one of those cheap little sponges that you get in compacts from the drugstore. It feels much more smooth and much softer. So the directions say to apply by pressing the puff into moistened sponge and pat onto face. So I'm super nervous because I've never really like applied something like this before. So we're gonna go at it. Okay, so I have the little sponge on my fingers and I'm going to kind of like pat it in. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and press the product onto my little applicator and then we're gonna go at it. Oh, wow. This already has a ton more coverage than I thought it was going to. I think this color is obviously a little too dark for me, but let's be real, everything is always too dark for me because I'm so fair. So we'll just blend it out and see if we can make it work. And then I'm gonna take a little bit down my neck because this is obviously not the same color. All right, so we have the product on half of my face now. The color is obviously a little bit too warm for me. It's a little bit too dark, but I think if I blend it down my neck, I can kind of get away with it. I think it's a good medium coverage. I'm really surprised that it has like a medium coverage considering it is technically a BB cream. So I expected the coverage to be pretty light, but it feels really smooth on the skin. I barely feel like I have anything on. It feels more like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream. Like it definitely feels like a very like lightweight product. So I think this product did a good job of evening out like the redness in my skin and kind of the discoloration around my eyes. I feel like that's really blended out on this side. You can still see some of those little like freckles and little marks on my skin, so it's definitely not full coverage, but I think it's a good solid medium. Okay, I want to try to apply this to the other side of my face using a brush. I'm going to use the Sedona Lace 480 just to see what happens. I feel like using the brush, it's not picking up as much product as the applicator was. The brush is actually applying a lot more product than I thought it was going to. I'm gonna try to even out my jawline a little bit, try to make this color work for me. I definitely think that it's easier to apply with a brush, and that's a lot more like normal for me to be using a brush, so this side was quicker to apply than this side, but I think that using the little applicator with it applied a little bit more product, so I think it actually built up the coverage a little more on the side with the applicator than the side with the brush. So this is the Laneige Cushion Concealer. So this is like a really heavy product and it has that same weird little cushion over here on the end and it's like a push pen. Oh goodness. That's more product than I thought it was gonna be. Well, this stuff definitely like comes out fast. I'm gonna try to pat this in with the same applicator that came with the cushion because I feel like that makes sense. Oh, well that blended so fast. It's like already done. I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cushion concealer to like the center of my face because I feel like those areas need a little bit more coverage. Okay, well this is the finished face with the concealer and the BB cream. I think it has a really pretty finish to it. It looks really natural, really glowy on my skin. It feels really good on the skin, and I think it has a really good coverage for a BB cream. I mean, it's not full coverage, but it's not a foundation, but I don't think it's so lightweight like a tinted moisturizer that it feels like I'm wearing nothing. Like, I'm getting really good coverage considering that it's a BB cream. So after finishing my makeup, I did add a bronzer, blush, and highlight to the skin, but I really am happy with the complexion of this product. I think the color looks really nice once it's blended in with a bronzer. It's definitely a little dark for me, so I will be using this when I either have self-tanner on or I'll just have to continue using bronzer throughout my neck and décolleté to make sure everything's nice and even like I did today. But I really like the finish of the product. It feels really good on the skin, and I think that it gives a nice coverage to my skin that's very natural looking. It's very breathable. It's nothing too heavy or crazy. I wouldn't wear this out or anything, but on a regular basis, I think that the medium coverage is very flattering on my skin. So the Laneige BB cushion retails for $34, and you do just barely get a little bit over 1 ounce of product, which is pretty standard for a BB cream. Now, I really enjoy the packaging of this product. I think it's so pretty. I really feel like it's nice and compact. It's very, very pretty. I love the white and the silver together. And I really love that this cushion here has a nice padded protection. So it's gonna stay nice and safe in here, and it's going to keep it a lot more sanitary, which is nice for traveling, and it's nice for making sure your skin is nice and safe. The Laneige Puff Applicator really surprised me. I thought it did a really good job applying the product to my skin. It felt very smooth. This really reminds me of the way that a beauty blender applies product to the skin, but it didn't shear it out like a lot of the times the beauty blender can. This actually helped me build up product. I thought this did a better job, and I thought it gave my skin more coverage, and it looked more smooth and even on the skin. One of the benefits of this product is I think it would look really, really flattering on someone that has texture on the skin. The way that it applies to the skin is very smooth and very even. So I think it'd be very flattering on anyone who has acne, anyone that has texture they're trying to conceal without looking too cakey or heavy. With it being a BB cream, it's definitely gonna be a lighter, more medium coverage. You're not gonna get full coverage out of this. It's not a foundation, but the benefit of that is you do get the really, really good SPF in here. So it's gonna be perfect if you're going outside, if you're gonna be out and about. It's gonna have really good anti-aging properties to it, and it feels so good on the skin. I can barely feel it on my skin. It slides on really easily, and it feels like I have barely anything on. Oftentimes when I use BB and CC creams, I find that they get very sticky on the skin, or they feel very streaky on the skin. And this did not do that at all. I think that has a lot to do with the cushiony formula, but also with the nice applicator that really helps to apply the product evenly onto the skin. The finish on my skin actually reminds me of NARS Sheer Glow Foundation, which is one of my favorite foundations. It doesn't have quite as much coverage, and it's not as buildable as that foundation would be, but it does look really even, really glowy on the skin, but it's not too luminous that I feel like I'm a dewy, sticky mess. I feel like it's gonna set in place. It feels very comfortable on my skin, and I just think the finish is so flattering. I think this product is perfect for every day. I think it's wonderful for anyone with normal to dry skin. If you have combination skin, I think it'll work for you. If your skin is more on the oily side, I would definitely recommend setting it with a powder, just because it already has that luminous finish to it. And if you want your makeup to last, you're gonna want something to kind of lock that in. And one of the biggest benefits I found with this product is it's so fast and easy. I thought it was gonna be really tricky to apply with having the little pad applicator, but it was actually super simple. It blended out like a dream really, really quickly. And even though it wasn't the perfect color for my skin, I feel like it all blended together very nicely to where you can't see any texture, you can't see any streakiness, and it was just really, really quick. One downside about the BB cushion is that I feel like it's gonna get very dirty. I've already had to wipe it down, just considering the fact that you're putting the pad back in the product. And when you're taking the product out of the packaging down here, it does tend to get around the circle here. So I do think it can get a little bit messy, a little dirty, but that's nothing that a little washcloth or paper towel can't fix. The Laneige Cushion Concealer retails for $20, and it comes in that same pretty white, sleek packaging. This is really heavy for the size of this product. I feel like you can definitely feel the quality in this little guy. I love that it has the little window on the side, and the clicky pen feels very, very sturdy. A lot of those click products feel kind of cheap, and you're worried you're gonna like break it off the end, but the weight of this product feels very, very nice. Cushion applicators like this tend to freak me out a little bit because I'm always nervous that they're gonna get gross. I'm always nervous that they're going to build a bacteria, but I really like the way that this applies to the skin. It didn't feel uncomfortable and it blended out so quickly. The blendability of this concealer is amazing, and the coverage that it offers with just a little bit of product is pretty impressive. This product feels very comfortable underneath the eyes. It doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel heavy, but I definitely feel like I get a good coverage out of it. I think this concealer blends in beautifully with the BB cushion, and I love the way that it applied with the little cushion pad that came with the foundation. I think that you could use a beauty blender to apply this, but when I did try it out with the brush, I actually liked it a lot better with the pad. I think it built up the coverage a little better and was a little bit more smooth on the skin. Now, I always recommend setting an under eye concealer with a powder. I think that creasiness that we tend to get underneath our eyes is so unattractive and so unflattering, and I really haven't found any concealer out there ever that I would try to wear underneath the eyes without setting it. I just think that setting your makeup is always a good idea. It's gonna prevent your makeup from transferring as much. It's gonna prevent your makeup from creasing or settling into expression lines, especially underneath the eyes and in the T-zone. And that's the only area of my skin that I actually set with powder. When I first applied this, I did notice that the concealer started to settle underneath the eyes into my little fine lines. But like I said, I've never found a concealer that doesn't do that. And now that my makeup is set with the powder, I don't have any creasing issues. As you can see, now that I have my under eyes set with the translucent powder, there isn't any creasing going on. So all in all, I'm super impressed with both of these products. I really like the finish on my skin. I think it looks very natural, but I definitely feel like I have coverage. One reason why I tend not to go for BB creams, CC creams, or tinted moisturizers is because I feel like with all that work, I still don't have very much coverage. This, I feel like I'm wearing a foundation. I look in the mirror and I feel like the coverage is there, but I'm getting the benefits of a BB product with the SPF and the lightweight formula. I will have these products linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out. I know they can be purchased at Target or Target.com, but I will definitely leave that information down below if you guys want to check it out too. I think that these products are beautiful for everyday wear. I think they're really awesome on the skin, but they're definitely not a foundation. So I would not recommend this for photos. I wouldn't recommend this for a special event. This is really good though for an everyday wear, or if you're gonna be spending some time out in the sun. Thank you to Laneige for sending me these two products to review. I really enjoyed testing them out. As always, my opinions are always going to be 100% honest with you guys, whether the products are sent to me for free or purchased with my own money. If you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, I hope that you do. Also, check out my social media links down below. I have my website, my Instagram, my Twitter, all that fun stuff. And I hope that I see y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.